I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case. Me, I believe that's it's a state created entity, Your Honor. And I'm not, me being a living person. I don't. My name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name. So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
We've got a wild court hearing on our hands today. A self-proclaimed sovereign citizen tries to run the usual playbook, claiming the court has no authority over him, but it quickly becomes obvious he has no clue what he's talking about. If you're going to argue with a judge, you might want to do a little homework first. Watching him try to outwit someone whose literal job is making legal decisions is both cringeworthy and oddly entertaining. Let's dive in and watch this train wreck unfold. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Okay, and I need you unmuted at the jail. There we go. Can I have your name, please?
For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. How we doing today, Miss Braley?
We are upright, if nothing else. So, okay. And you said your name is Thomas Styron.
The second.
The second.
And then I'm the natural person, the living man.
Okay, thank you for your patience there. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle. So,
No problem.
recalling case number 19S00472, that is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Ulrich Styron, the second, you said, and also calling 24W001025, that is the township of Ypsilanti, also versus Thomas Ulrich Styron. So state your name for the record.
So, for the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case is not me. I believe that's it's a state created entity, Your Honor. And I'm not, me being a living person. I don't. Yeah, I don't. My name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name nor.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right there.
How many crayons did this guy eat before walking into court? If you're going to pull the sovereign citizen routine, at least have a clue what you're talking about. Watching him ramble on about jurisdiction and bizarre punctuation rules makes you seriously question whether he's ever even opened a law book. You can't just invent laws to suit your argument. Buddy, the judge? She's clearly not buying any of it. You can actually see her smirk when he starts tripping over his own nonsense. And just wait until you hear what she says at the end. It's absolutely priceless. This one's pure comedy gold.
I don't have no. Sorry, I don't have no contracts with the state of Michigan at all. Period. And so I was wondering about personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction in regards to this.
Okay, and you can continue to wonder about those at the moment. What I am doing, you have a show cause hearing on the matter ending in 472, which is the retail fraud charge. I'm showing a balance of $210 on that. And then what you're being arraigned on, that is what I am here to explain the charge against you, is a citation issued on April 2nd, 2024 at 9:24 in the evening. That charges that you operated a motor vehicle on North Ford Boulevard at or near Russell Street with no license on your person. Do you comprehend the charge against you?
I do not. I don't even own a license. I canceled my license years ago.
Okay. So, what you are being charged with is operating a motor vehicle without having a license on your person. So, I'm not asking if you agree with this. I'm not asking if you have a license. I'm asking if you understand the words coming out of my mouth as far as what this charge is.
The charge is accused me of not having a driver's license on my person, correct?
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, I I need a driver's license if I'm in commerce. I was traveling home.
Okay.
I wasn't doing business at all. And also from my understanding, I don't need a license to do that.
And your overstanding is incorrect, sir. But we are not going to get into that.
Did this guy just snitch on himself? The charge was driving without a license, and then he straight up admits he hasn't had one in 2 years. To make it worse, he tries to argue he wasn't driving, he was traveling. Come on, man, you're practically gift wrapping the prosecution's case. Here's a tip: if you're caught driving without a license, maybe don't claim you weren't driving at all. That just makes you sound even more guilty and delusional. It's basic common sense, but apparently that's asking too much from these sovereign citizen types. And seriously, does anyone know how much a driver's license costs? It's not exactly breaking the bank. If people just followed the most basic laws and stopped trying to invent their own version of reality, they'd avoid so much hassle and jail time. To be fair, this guy's been relatively respectful so far, for a sovereign citizen, anyway, but let's just say he's not operating at the highest intellectual level. What do you guys think? Let's dive back in.
For now, you are saying that you have understood the words as far as not having a license on your person. It is a misdemeanor charge with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
So
at this time, the court is going to set a pre-trial date for you. That will be before Judge Washington.
ma'am, can we prove the jurisdiction first before we go ahead with setting a trial for that entity or a pre-trial for that entity? Yeah.
I hear you. And at this point, you are appearing in front of the court. You have put your name on the record. And yes, we are setting a pre-trial date for you.
I did put my name on the record, and my name that I put on the record is not the same name that you have attached to that case.
And you can provide documentation of such at your pre-trial date, which is going to be June 26th.
So the documentation that I have published, recorded the documentation I have published and recorded on the record, on the state of Michigan record, that says what I just told you, that I'm not who you have, that I'm not the name you have attached to that case, that's I need to bring that with me, is what you're saying? It being already recorded and on the state of Michigan records. Is that good enough?
Whatever documentation you have,
Mm-hmm.
bring it with you to your pre-trial date. That is what I am telling you, yes. So, and again, that court date, June 26th? Okay, will be June 26th at 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. The court will enter that you are standing mute to all charges at this time.
So we're just assuming jurisdiction, though, correct?
Yes.
From my understanding, that has to be proved before we even proceed with anything else. Am I wrong?
You are not correct. The court will also set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. Basically, you are promising to show up for that June 24th court date at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington, where you will have your pretrial. Okay, so at this point, your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
I've got to say, I absolutely loved the way this judge handled the sovereign citizen. Sure, she let him ramble a bit too long for my taste, but she had solid control over the courtroom. She wasn't having any of his nonsense and knew exactly when to shut it down. She even threw in a few clever responses just to toy with him a bit. Honestly, we need more judges like her, calm, sharp, and just the right amount of sass. You could tell she wasn't even slightly intimidated. And that's exactly what you need when someone starts tossing around legal jargon they clearly don't understand. Now, let's talk about Zoom court for a second. Do you guys think it works? Or is it just plain ridiculous? Personally, I think Zoom court hearings are kind of a joke, especially when it's a sovereign citizen trying to argue their imaginary laws over a webcam. It's like trying to have a serious legal discussion with someone wearing a clown nose. It just doesn't land. Half the time, these folks just talk over the judge, the whole thing derails, and the authority of the courtroom goes out the window. It just doesn't have the same weight as an in-person hearing. Anyway, that's where I'll wrap up today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe for more content, and drop a comment letting me know what you thought about this hearing. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.